The calendar may say week 1, but there's already a little urgency in the air tonight as Kennesaw State returns home for a Thursday night matchup against FCS Southeast, aka West Georgia. The Owls are looking to bounce back after last week's 34-13 Conference USA opening loss at Florida International, a game moved up from later in the season. Junior quarterback Ricky Collins threw for 197 yards and a touchdown, but also 2 costly interceptions which proved too much to overcome. One bright spot came from junior wide receiver Javon Rogers, who electrified the crowd with an 84-yard touchdown reception. Defensively, Kennesaw State knows it must improve after surrendering 490 total yards, including 224 on the ground. With the sun still hanging over Fifth Third Stadium at kickoff, the Owls have an early chance to regroup and build some momentum. It's FCS Southeast / West Georgia and Kennesaw State ready to kick it off next.
Glad to have you with us from Kennesaw, Georgia and Fifth Third Bank Stadium. A Week 1 showdown between two teams hoping to get things started on a great note. It's the Condors and the Kennesaw State Owls. Along with David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to Holly Rowe with the latest on the weather.
Thanks, guys. Checking in with the Owls head coach before the game. He knows that there's a lot of excitement for this home game, but most importantly, the weather is clear. We were wondering how the forecast would shake out, and it is calm and beautiful. Should be an impactful game here with great weather, great opportunities, and a fast surface. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. And it'll be the Condors will put boot to leather, and this will be the start of a new season. On the move from inside is 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Kennesaw State's offense will have the football first. Ricky Collins, the transfer from Syracuse. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only 1 touchdown pass. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Working well behind the sticks on second down. To the air, it's Collins. Gonna take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Here's the pressure. Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So the Condors offense will now get its first chance with the football. And David, we'll see whether this running back has the ability to elevate his game and really become a star in this offense.
Yeah, he's still developing. You know, I think when you watch him, you say, oh, he's still learning the vision and how to play the running back spot. And I think you leave him, Jesse, going, I want a little bit more. I want more consistency, more big plays, so this offense can really take off.
I think the coaching staff, I think the fans know for the future of this program, they need to upgrade at the position. They'll try to do that in recruiting or the portal. But for right now, today, this guy has to be able to make plays when his opportunities show up.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. On the option. Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. He'll keep it again on the option. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've got it at the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That's the sophomore running back they're taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. The Condors are moving quickly down the field. They give it to the freshman, first carry of his career. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. Got 6 on first down, now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And it'll be the Condors kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4 at 2nd and 14. Handoff to the lone back. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. No good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Off the play fake on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Looking to pass, it's Collins. On the move, he fires. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Just couldn't quite hook up on that last pass play. Now it's 3rd down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
Great job by the pass rush up front. 3rd and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not a lot of room to make this catch. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. A really nice job methodically driving down the field the last time they had it, but the missed field goal ruined the drive. The Condors now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. He's looking downfield to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And it'll be the Condors decide to punt it away. Oh, look at this thing. They may need a flight attendant on that one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup. Kennesaw State right back to work. Back to throw, it's Collins. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Owls are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. You know, you think 3rd and inches, let's see if we can get a big play. Instead, the defense turns in a big play.
Huge play, because you're thinking run, run, run on 3rd and inches. The quarterback decides to throw the football, and you still get to him, get after him, and now put yourself in a much better position on 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Tight end now in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Now the play fake. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. Now on 2nd down. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. They'll move the wide receiver. Makes a man miss. Inside the 40. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. They think there's room to run to the right here. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the 2nd. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down. The Condors come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Now on the option. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0. After the whistle, there is a man who has yet to leave the field, and they'll check on him. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, we're about to see this Kennesaw State offense go back to work. They're looking for any type of offense to try to get this thing going down 3-0. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Punt is on its way. Just needs a crack to get a return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. The keeper on the option. And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Rides to back and leaves it. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's right. Flips it out in the flat. Gets it out across the 40. Stopped short of the line to gain. They'll mark it at the 41, and might they choose to go for it here. They boot it away. The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Floats it out in space. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Kennesaw State right back to work. They'll run play action. That's caught. It's Rogers. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke, and he stopped for a short gain. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. From the gun, wants to pass. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. The Owls come to the line with a new set of downs.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on 1st down. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move.
Well, it feels like everybody else on offense has been getting some in the passing game this drive. Finally, they get the tight end going, too. He's like, dude, I'm good, and I'm open. Throw me.
Grabs it inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the 1st half. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. They feed him again. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Trying to save time on defense, they use their 2nd timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. 3rd and long, and they'll need to get it close to the goal line to convert. Looking for a man. It's Collins. Under fire. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. They'll send out the kicker here. A relatively short field goal try from 26 yards out. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that's going to tie it up.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. The give on the inside. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls it on the option. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the left. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Trying play action. It's complete on the right side. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And that last completion left a mark. 3rd and even longer coming up. Looking to throw, it's right. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. And it'll be the Condors will line up to punt it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Woods.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Kennesaw State right back to work. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Looking to the big tight end. Working the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it. And that
makes a grab and room to run. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got to get everybody on the same page in a hurry. Back to pass on 2nd down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. He wants to throw it. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. Gives them a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And they'll keep it away from the return man as the punt goes out of bounds. This offense is so deep, it's teetering on the edge of a safety. Back to pass, it's right. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you see wide receivers make those catches and try to get upfield and now turn into a running back, make something happen. And a lot of times you just forget to secure that football real tight. And you can tell DB got it out. Big mistake, big turnover, nice forced turnover by the defense.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. The run inside. It's Woods. Turning it on. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. This time he wants to throw. Snags it, and there's running room. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal.
This offense has put a pretty good drive together, man. Like showing a little bit of balance, back-to-back plays, creating some chunks of yardage, and now really set up in a position to do well. 1st and goal, and the defense their heads spinning a little bit because mixing the run and pass really well on this drive.
At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Picked up a few on that run, but this defense able to keep him contained here late in the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's open things up with Georgia Tech taking on the Colorado Buffaloes. And it's the Yellow Jackets trying to win the home opener. They've got the lead midway through the first half. Now over to your game inside Fifth Third Bank Stadium. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. Trying to set the tone with the run. Oh, he's got some space. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Now on first down from the 30. Give to the big fullback. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Running inside, it's Ellis. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Condors really need to keep this drive alive on third down. To the ground to try to pick up the first. That play just got wrecked. 3rd and 1, and they went backwards. And it'll be the Condors send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Looking for a man, it's Collins. Here's a heat. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
Let's see if they play it conservatively and try to get some of the yardage back on second and long from the 13. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Woods. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Got his man. He stopped right at the 22, and that'll bring us to 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Fields the punt, wants to make a play. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They send the tight end in motion. On the ground, it's Stevens. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. They'll run the option. but nowhere to go. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster. He'll get away another punt. He's been really active today, and no doubt he's going to earn his varsity letter. And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The run inside. It's Woods. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. Kennesaw State right back to work. Scanning the field, it's Collins. Skips away from pressure. They got him with a sack, and they will not convert this 3rd down.
The defense has had some bad stuff happen to them today, but one bright spot for them has been the pass rush. They've shown the ability to get after the opposing quarterback.
Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The option, the keeper, right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Swings it out to his running back. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. The Condors will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. He'll start this drive firing. Looking left. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. So important to keep your concentration. Get off on the snap count, not before it. It's 1st and 15. Corralled and brought down by the defense. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found...
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Well, it's been a defensive struggle so far in this game. In the first half, we saw that, and I guess the question is in the second half, can these defenses keep it up? It looks like this one can. Getting a sack there on 2nd down. They're still playing with a tremendous sense of urgency.
The Owls moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Collins. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. The Condors make their way onto the field to open this drive. He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. On the run, it's King. Makes one man miss. Might have a chance. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. At the end of the quarter, it's Kennesaw State on top. And now let's take a look at the stats of what has been a nip-and-tuck affair. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. He'll try to get to the marker himself. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. First down here as we dive into the college football season, a Week 1 clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. 6th play of the drive coming up. They'll run the option. There he goes. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. Running inside, it's King. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll go right back to him. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And it'll be the Condors back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it from the gun. There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback keep. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Condors looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. They'll run it. It's King. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. And it'll be the Condors have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll ride the hot hand. There's some room. Touchdown, Condors! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the 4th. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. Catch in the middle. It's Gary. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Kennesaw State right back to work.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
So now it's 2nd and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morgan.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Makes the catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. Off play action on first down. Finds his big tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. Flushed out of the pocket. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. Tempo and overdrive.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So as soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. And a really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to throw, it's Collins. Bringing the heat. Trying to make something happen. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. The play action fake. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. He's looking to throw. Here's the pressure. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Goodness gracious. This is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
And he got it! And they draw to within 3 here in the fourth quarter.
And this offense obviously wanted to take the lead, but they chip into the lead a little bit. Now they're going to need their defense. Just give me another opportunity. They only need a field goal in the fourth quarter. Nice job cutting into that lead.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. On the run, fires downfield. He's got it. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Looking for space, it's King. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. He'll run it again. Maybe a crease. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The Condors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The run inside. It's King. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. The give as they work on that clock. Turning it on. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They not only have to deal with this defense, but the noise from this crowd on 3rd and 4. Dragged down right at the line of scrimmage, and it'll be 4th down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. And no shot at a return here as the punt flies out of bounds. So will the defense try to keep it all in front, or will they go after the quarterback here and try to end it? Running into the open space. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. The Owls want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again. Back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Looking downfield is Collins. He's got him. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Offense, quick tempo.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
To the air on first down. Going over the top. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there. And that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time. Likely their final drive. Going to try to get it himself. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Running inside, it's Morgan. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, second down coming. Now they're going to throw it.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
Under fire. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 4th down, gotta have it here. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. Might as well finish with a little flair. The defense comes up with a turnover, and they can take a knee if they choose from here on out.
And how about the defense coming up with a big play late in this football game? Offense trying to put something together. But, man, they anticipated pass. They played with great vision in the back end, broke on the football, Palmer, and they called game.
Yeah, they had the lead. They knew the offense was probably going to have to be throwing the football to try to get back in this thing, and everybody's eyes on the QB. What a great job jumping in front of the pass. Forget knocking it down. Catch the ball, pick it off, end the game.
Bitterly disappointing start to the season as they can't come up with a W and open 0-1.
And there's still so much room to
0-2 actually.
For this football team. I know this is not the performance they were expecting here today, but there were plays to be made on the field. David, I think moving forward, this team just has to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and when you see it on tape, and your coach has been preaching all camp about the mistakes, but now it's real. Now you got a loss attached to it, but a lot of conference play still ahead, a lot of opportunities to still have a successful season.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.
So the FCS schools have come to play on this Thursday night of Week 1. I believe it was FCS Southeast that was competitive with Central Florida right until the end, but ended up losing by, I think, 17 or so. Here, FCS Southeast shocks Kennesaw State on Kennesaw State's home turf and gets the win 10-9, a low point in 2026 for Kennesaw State, who drops to 0-2 now. And losing to an FCS school is not something any FBS school wants to do. Taking a look at the team's stats, FCS Southeast had the edge in first downs 15-14, total offense 287-253, rushing yards 191-83, passing yards, Kennesaw State did have the edge there, 170-96. Third down conversion percentage, FCS Southeast barely had the edge, 35% to 33%. Turnovers, each team had one turnover. FCS Southeast lost a fumble, and Kennesaw State threw that interception right at the end of the game there. And then time of possession was heavily in favor of FCS Southeast by about 15 minutes, dominating that time of possession battle. Looking at the player stats, Ricky Collins from Kennesaw State finishes 16 of 35 for 170 yards, no touchdowns, that interception at the end of the game. FCS Southeast Earl Wright finishes 15 of 16, incredible efficiency, 96 yards only, but no touchdowns, no interceptions. Leading rusher for FCS Southeast was Kevin King, 13 carries for 64 yards and a touchdown for him. For Kennesaw State, they were led by Boogie Woods III, 12 carries for 62 yards for him. Leading receiver for Kennesaw State was, I guess we'll go Reed Jeziolowski, 4 catches for 49 yards. Davis Bryson did have 2 catches for 47 yards as well. For FCS Southeast, they were led by Curtis Nix, 8 catches for 46 yards. Leading blocker for FCS Southeast was Montana Jones with 11 pancakes. For Kennesaw State, it was Jadarius Lee with 5 pancakes, though he did give up 2 sacks there. Total tackles for Kennesaw State, they were led by Tony Williams Jr., the freshman, with 12. For tackles for loss, it was Carson Moss and Taiwan Christopher, each had 4 to tie for the team lead. Kennesaw State did not get a sack. Of course, FCS Southeast had 7, I believe. And no interceptions for Kennesaw State either. For FCS Southeast, Audric Bush had that game-sealing interception at the end of the game. Tyheem Donald led the team in sacks with 2. Telly Smith Jr. led the team in tackles for loss with 3. And T.T. Harris Jr. led the team in total tackles with 11. Kicking for FCS Southeast, Turner Mills made 1 of 2 field goal attempts. The one he made was from 45 yards out. 1 of 1 on extra point attempts. For Kennesaw State, Daniel Kinney was perfect on his field goal attempts, 3 of 3 with a long of 46. No extra point attempts for Kinney. Punting for Kennesaw State, Matt McKenzie had 8 punts for an average of 51.2 yards per punt. And FCS Southeast, Ty Minchie had 7 punts for a whopping 58.5 yards per punt. Kick returns for FCS Southeast, Tyrone Hickson had 3 returns for an average of 13.3 yards per return. And for Kennesaw State, Latrell Murrell had 1 return for 17 yards. Devon Slaughter had 1 return for 16 yards. Punt returns for Kennesaw State, Latrell Murrell had 1 return for 7 yards. And for FCS Southeast, Pace Jenkins had 6 returns for an average of 6.1 yards per return. Scoring summary, there was no scoring in the first quarter. In the second quarter, we had 3 field goals. FCS Southeast got a 44-yard field goal from Turner Mills. Kennesaw State then got 2 field goals from Daniel Kinney, 1 from 25, 1 from 22, and Kennesaw State led 6-3 at the half. No scoring in the third quarter, In the fourth quarter, FCS Southeast got a 12-yard touchdown run from Kevin King to take the 10-6 lead. Kennesaw State was able to get a 46-yard field goal from Daniel Kinney, but that wraps up the scoring as FCS Southeast gets the big upset over Kennesaw State 10-9. FCS Southeast / West Georgia with the big win here over Kennesaw State. Frustrating for Kennesaw State, no doubt, but still a lot of season left to go. Headline from the game says, Nail-biter, Kennesaw State comes up just short against FCS Southeast in a 10-9 loss, falls to 0-2. Players of the game were Carson Moss for Kennesaw State and Rock Johnstone for FCS Southeast, I guess. And Kennesaw State should have been a much better team. Did not reflect that on the scoreboard. They've got to bounce back quickly. They've got Georgia State coming up next week, a home game. So they were competitive against Florida International up until the fourth quarter. Then it kind of got away from them. And then they lost that embarrassing loss to FCS Southeast. So we'll see how they do next week, see if they can bounce back. They've got number 20 Tennessee on the road in a couple weeks, too. That's not going to be fun for Kennesaw State if they can't improve things. Let's take a look at the next game coming your way. It'll be FCS Midwest at Minnesota, our first look at the Golden Gophers, another Thursday night game. But from just outside of Atlanta, I can't remember exactly the town where Kennesaw State is. The Kennesaw State Owls dropped their second game of 2026 to an FCS school, FCS Southeast / West Georgia, 10-9, and we will see you next time.